just making this the splitter to the near side flexi hose for the caliper. Just doing that now. I've got some curves on there, just cutting a pipe. Oh, pipe cutter there, spinning it round. Hopefully I got that measurement right. Let's take that over to the. Let's get a female in there. That's the one. Over to the vice. Should fit in. Drop that on.
So totally different, but far better. No name on that one. Oh, sorry, there is Chris from Walsall.
Okay, so we'll do that now. I'll do a double flare on that.
I don't want them to be clones of the head.
Okay, that's ready. Hopefully. Then onto there. Let's tighten that up now. 11 and the 13. We'll get that on. Right, that's on. Just need a short flexi hose there that connects to the chassis of the car. That's on. They're on. Across to there. Across to this one. So that's that front brake pipe on. Alright, I'm just looking at the swampy calipers. Just knocked the brake pads out. They came out okay. Been greased. And they've held out. Nothing looks medically seized. Megally seized. Mintex pads. Even the pads are alright. Got the shims fitted. All been done properly. These have been in for 27 years. Not moved. Obviously new caliper seals will be needed. Whether we can get these pistons out now so we can refurb the casing. We're going to have a go at freeing up these pistons, see if they'll come out. I'm not quite sure the technique to do it yet. Could do with some high pressure fluid coming in, try and force them out that way, but we'll have a go with tapping them out lightly and see what they're like. Built a little adapter here to put compressed air into the piston to push this one out. I've got the pressure off at the moment on the tank. This one's seized. I'm going to slowly let the pressure in, pressure up the line, then close the valve, then start tapping that. It should pop out. Let's have a go. I don't know if it'll do it now while we watch. Right, my hand's on the lever for the compressed air. Slowly going to let the air in. You'll see that one close up in a minute. There that one goes. Now it's forcing. It's gone past the. I've got my face mask and it's gone past the CLC. It's gone too far. I'll have it let the line pressure drop and I'll tap the piston back in. Because otherwise we're going to lose the pressure there, so we need to get that little brake pad behind it or something. So that's locked in at the moment, so I need to drop the airline pressure out. Turn the radio off, do me head in. Right, put the brake pad behind there, jam the spanner in it. When the compressed air goes on, this will start lock out, and the rest of the pressure should go onto this one. Then I can tap it under pressure and see if it releases. Here we go, face mask down in case anything blows out. They're coming in, wrong piston. Whoops, I've jammed the wrong side, hold on. Right, jam the right side up now. Okay, so this will lock up when I open the valve. Opening the valve now. I don't know where that air pressure's going, but it's taking some. Jam the spanner in position. Don't know where it's going. It's took it, and I think it's under. I'll increase the pressure. Could just suddenly blow, you see, so you got to be careful. So if I tap that now, it should just shoot out. A bit more pressure. I'd imagine if that suddenly pops, it'll take your finger off. If you had it in front of it. Obviously with it being seized, it's going to need a little bit of help. Right, I'm going to start prying it under pressure now. Here we go. Right, it's starting to go. I've just been giving it a light tap, it's slowly moving. It might, if I repressurise now, might just suddenly pop out. It's starting. There you go, weren't too bad, it just slid out quite slow. So that's it. Now what we do, remove the spanner and both pistons will pop out. Take the pressure off with the bleed nipple and then remove that padding and the spanner, and pistons will just fly out. That's how you get them out. Brakes built up. Block and tackle here, ready to load the engine onto the subframe when the wheels are on. We've got those brake disc locking tabs to fit. We've got a wheel bearing to go on this side. I've got two snap studs in the backing plate. I've got to drill those out and re-tap the holes. I've got a tap and die set ready to go for that. Back axle there, not much happened on that since the last clip. Waiting for some bushes for the springs, anti-roll bar bushes. Waiting for some front, upper, rear bushes. And then rear spacks, got these gas shocks, Monroe gas. They're going to get royal blue treatment now, and then the Motorcraft Autoflex stickers to go on. Off we go with that. Let's get the royal blue onto these shocks. Let them look in new old stock if we can. Okay, fit the steering rack now. Just copper slipped up the bolt holes there. Just stop it seizing up in the future. Got a copper slip up these brake tab points. We'll do them later on. Let's get this steering rack in. That's prepared and ready to go. Just put some rubber lubricant on the bushes. Just stops them sticking on. So fit this. Now let's torque these steering rack bolts up now. We'll get on with them, set the torque wrench up and then just torque them down, get the locking pads on. A little locking tabs. Just going to nip that up, that wheel bearing now, it's all together. All the grease is packed in, the bearing races are in. Okay, nip that up. One more turn, then back a touch. Back a touch, right. That's okay. That spins nice. Saturday, 24 August 2013. Okay, so your updates. Shocks are bolted on, shocks are painted, upper arms on, brakes built up and completed. That was done earlier on, but let's see. Yeah, so your shocks, your upper arms, dug out all the nuts and bolts. It takes me longer to find the nuts, bolts and washers and put the stuff on. All copper slipped up there. I'm going to do these lower arms now. Even though I've not got the roll bar bushes for them yet, I'm just going to put them in place. Just loose. I'll take them off when I get the bits in the post. So that's the back axle. Front, this wheel bearing's on. Away we go with that. Seems to be up, and I've nipped it up. Just slackened it off. All that's assembled correct. Steering rack's on. Steering rack's on there. This side's finished, nipped up. Split pin to go in there. Split pins in on the tie bar bushes, that's ready for those. So steering linkage on. That was galvanised. I'm glad I put that in the galvanising box. Nearly forgot, but that went in, so that's good. That's on. That's a new one. Coupling's good. Just wants the bolt going into there to secure it. nut and bolt for that. These locking tabs are down or up. Yeah, so front end is on. Just need the calipers. They're in getting refurbed at the moment, so we're on there. Let's see what can we do next. So what's it missing now, guys? I don't think it's missing anything. That's it, isn't it? Oh, track rod ends. Right, let's go and get the track rod ends on. I'll just pop them on. Right, I think I've got some upstairs. Right, I'm going to put the track rod ends on, and then those rear arms, lowers, just loose. That's it. And I'll move these out of the way. You can go into storage because they're done. Next job is for Saturday afternoon. It's going to be one engine rebuild. This has already been new pistons and bores, cross-hatched and pistons in. That's back from the powder coater, so I've put that on. So I'm going to put everything on the engine this afternoon. Let's see how that goes. That'll be good fun to do. With a copper slip to ease the pain. Let's get that out. Bit of a dip. Now I'm not sure which way the bolt goes. I have to consult the book. Does it go from the inside and you bolt from the outside? They've got to come off again anyway, so for now it doesn't matter. Right, arms going on. Just unboxing these centre chrome caps. And I'm gonna grease them up. I don't want them rusting from the inside because they're notorious for rusting. That'll also help with it to clip on. Okay, so pop that on. I'm gonna try out the wheel trims, grease these up and clip them on. Now you might think, well, they might get damaged, but the wheels coming back off will be safely stored, so it'll be okay. I just want to get the mucky grease jobs done. And I'm going to put a protective masking tape over them as well, a non-adhesive one. Stick it over it, used on car trim, and then I'll just peel it off when the car's ready. So away we go with that. I'm going to grease these up, copper slip and grease on them. Okay, I'm going to top this up before I forget. The EP90 going in. It's one job done then, and it's out of the way. Sod's law, put the axle and forget about it. So top her up with oil. Alright, so the roll bar brackets are on, just loosely in place. Steering rack's on. We've now got steering, so we can steer. Track rod ends in. Right, what I've done now, I've got a chain through the upper mounts of the clip. Put the bolts in for that. I've bubble wrap that just so when it's dangling around it doesn't start chipping paint. When I lift it now, it's going to take up the tension, and then I can get this stand from underneath here and get it on its wheels, and we're going to put some protective coating, padding, bubble wrap or whatever, under the front of the clip. It's going to rest on that as the weight takes it, as it lands. It's going to land on the front. It's not going to kick backwards, I don't think. It's going to land on the front. I think that's how they go. The front tips down, so we'll bubble wrap those. I'm going to get it up in the air. Got the hoist. We're going to lift that and see what happens now. That's ready to position up. There's your axle. That's as much as I can do on it without getting some brackets. Okay, so I've put the gear oil in. That's ready to lift. Let's get it lifted and see what happens. See where it goes. This will be fun.